Yeah. Running through his mind all day, I'm tired. I'm the boss now, do higher. Hang the phone up, I'm so wired. Couldn't sleep, my floor's too high up. I got keys, that girl's on fire. Who's the boss? I got 5 on me, like what's the cost? I'm at 5 hotel in a suite, I'm lost in white. Get down sheets, I got stripes on my cheeks, Hermes fur on my feet. I'm a lead.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. You look at this Cowboy defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
2nd down and 6 now.
Crowd left Yeti. Great, set.
They'll go to Barkley again. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Hey, 73.
Throwing is Hurts. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Here we go. Right check.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
2nd and 7.
Yeah!
this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now Dak, he wants to change the play.
Hey, 47.
Throwing, Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Oh, that's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
Here we go now on first and goal. And now they'll shift things around. They'll run with Chubb. Pushes him over. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
You look at this Cowboy defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
63.
It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Hurts to throw. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Hurts. This short throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Hey, kill! 47! Then we're going to 53.
They run it again with Chubb. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Well, Prescott, he's going to change things up here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Kill!
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Kill! Yeah! Here we go!
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go, going to 54, going to 54, line it. Here we go, going to 54, line it. Here we go, going to 53.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10. Now Prescott going to change the play. Second down, here's Chubb again. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
46, 46. Yeah! Here we go! 47.
Here's Prescott. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before.
Here we go! That's it! Here we go, 46. Hey, kill. Going to 54, going to 54, line in. 26.
Prescott to throw on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Hey, Silver.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to let it go again. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And again, it's Chubb.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Now Dak, he's going to mix it up. Now they'll change things up. The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Hey, 47. They were going to 52. Hey, go kill. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a first down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
So we're going to 54. Why
They go up the middle with Chubb.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Yeah! There we go! Like it! We're going to 53.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Yeah, there we go. Right, take. we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide 8.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
Here we go. Wait, take it.
In motion, that's Tolbert. A toss play to Chubb. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now Dak, he wants to change the play.
Here we go, 46, 46. 47. Here we go, 47.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Great, set. 73, Delta.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
63.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. 1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. On play action, Prescott. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll set up to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. This short throw caught by Goddard. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Crown left Yanni. Crown left Yanni. Great.
Well, it's caught on the right side of Smith. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Crown left Yanni. Delta.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Patrick Ricard,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7. Prescott, he's going to change things up here.
47. Here we go, 46. 26.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
118 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Yeah, here we go. Like this.
And now an audible here into something else.
26.
He's got it complete to Tolbert. He's across midfield.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Here we go. Like this. We're going to 54. Why hit?
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Yeah, there we go. We're going to 54. Wyatt.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Throwing for Chubb. Complete on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Kill.
Now a handoff to Blue running left side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Prescott to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens from 21 yards away. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone. And now the rookie's free. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 77 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 26.
A give. This is Chubb. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Handoff comes to Chubb. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Now how about this? They'll change it at the line.
At 47. Then we're going to 52.
Fourth down, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted.
Keely Ringo picks it off.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Throwing is Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles 1st down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
And, partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Hurts.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Great.
3rd down and 13.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. The kick by Elliott is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Chill. Under.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Prescott going to change the play.
On first down, it's Blue. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Kill. Hey, kill. Here's a 46, 47.
Throwing. Prescott.
That's into the hands of Tolbert. This crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
Here go 46. And kill. Here go, go to 54,
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
We're going to 54. Why is?
A run for Nick Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
We're going to 54. Why is?
Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Here's Dak. A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
I love Yeti. Great, great, great. Set. Tiger Hornet. Delta.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Here comes 2nd down.
Delta, set. Delta.
He's back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfielder so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Yeah! Then we're going to 53. Kill!
Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Dallas, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.